You like horror movies and Halloween masks? Consider supporting us by liking our videos, comment, and subscribing. The littlest effort will help us out. Now enjoy the video, Boils, Ghouls, and the non-Boonary.
Hello, this is Matthew from Piscoli Productions, and I was taking a look through the channel and I realized I've only done one collection spotlight video ever. So I decided it would be fun to look at, discuss, review, whatever the fuck you want to call it, some recent Jason hockey masks that I've picked up over the past couple of months. One of them actually being very special. We have 3 to look at. 2 are kind of similar, but you'll see the difference. So first one we're going to look at is this strange motherfucker. Most fans will look at this and be like, what the hell is this? What is up with the chevrons? Why is it shaped like that? So I went through fiberglassmask.com website, the clearance section, and there was this blank Jason X mask. Well, I say blank, it had already been painted, and the only damage it had was the X mark. For whatever reason, the rest of it was cleaned up. I don't know if this was him testing around with an all clean version or whatever, but it was $75, and I figured for $75, a fiberglass mask, that's pretty good. So I picked it up. As soon as I picked it up, I was like, oh, you cannot remove the straps to be more accurate. So I thought, if I'm already going to spend this much, I might as well just go all in and make a completely custom Jason design. It started off with some sort of green coloring. I don't know how to describe the base color. I sanded off most of it to kind of give it this remake appearance. And I added bits of, you see, I want to say that's raw sienna paint job. Some gray, specifically at the X mark. And I thought, we've seen red chevrons and we've seen blue chevrons, so I thought, why don't we go with green? And of course, hardcore fans will notice I patterned it off of the deluxe mask, the way you have kind of the upper part 6, 7 chevron with the Roy chevrons. So basically combined a bunch of different elements into one. If me and David ever actually managed to get a Friday the 13th product going, some sort of fan film, fan series, whatever you may call it, this is the design I want to use. Whether it be this specific mask or green chevrons, I always thought that would be a really cool look for Jason. So that's the first mask. I bought this on eBay from a seller who didn't know who made it. He just knew that it was bought 20 years ago. And considering that it's not based off of any other previous molds that I'm aware of, and it is fiberglass, you can see that on the inside. And I messaged, I believe his name's Bob from fiberglassmask.com, and he confirmed that this is most definitely one of his early masks, somewhere in 2002 to 2003, as of course, this is the Freddy vs. Jason design. Now, interesting story about this. When I bought it from eBay, it was marked delivered maybe like 4 Saturdays ago, just guessing, and it wasn't here. Messaged the seller, he didn't know what to do. Then I messaged UPS, or United States Postal Service, and they just wouldn't reply. Basically had to go up there and tell them that the item was marked as delivered and wasn't actually delivered. And then they said, oh yeah, the driver who goes to your house, he does that a lot. Lol, oops, here's the mask. And I was kind of thinking to myself, like, if he does this more than once, why does he still have a job? But anyways, I have the mask now. And considering that it's 20 years old and probably didn't have a lot of good reference photos used, as it was probably very early in the Freddy vs. Jason promotional cycle, it is not bad. When I go to buy other people's Jason mask, I usually try to do unique. So obviously this isn't 100% accurate, but that's not really why I bought it. Having a good look at. You notice the straps are very different from a normal Freddy vs. Jason mask. Usually there's a ring right there. But yeah, one last look at it. And the final piece is the one I was talking about, that is very similar to that first one, because it is a Jason X mask. Except, it is the, what's up with the glare? It is the NECA Jason X mask. Supposedly screen used molds, but if anyone's on these, you know it's shrunk as hell. This was a Spencer's Gifts exclusive. You see they're promoting the other products they had out there. And I'm not going to show you me trying to struggle to get this out. And then here we have it. Like I said, it is very shrunk from the screen used mold. As you can see, it's very shrunk, but includes all the necessary details. The axe mark, the I guess it's supposed to be the motorboat damage. I never understood that on the Jason X mask. Obviously, the paint job isn't the greatest because this is a mass-produced piece from 2004. Straps aren't very accurate, as they should be on the inside, and should be a completely different color. And unless you have a very small head, this shit is not wearable. Let's try it right now. That is fucking horrifying. So yes, these were not designed to be worn. On the side, you can see it's very flat, so your nose would press right up against it anyways. But yeah, picked this up at Red Genesis. Shout out to Red. Got a pretty good deal on it. Picked up some other things though, along with it. So yeah, that was it. Basically, a very short video showing some recent pickups. I plan on doing more of these. I might actually today film a bunch just to show you like a video form of what I would do on Instagram, but to show you up close and personal. So yes, this has been Matthew at Piscoli Productions. See you next time.